What's going on, YouTube? So obviously I told you that this thing doesn't read the fuel. I can't tell how much gas I have. So in the first day I got it, dude I bought it from swore up and down it was a full tank. It wasn't, and it was my first day going to the new job and I was late. But the reason why is because it died on me and I was heated. But I did some research, found out exactly what it is, and it seems to me like it's gonna be a simple fix. I already bought the part, and it's this. It's just the unit, the fuel sending unit. It just basically reads how much gas you have with the float. It's actually a fairly cheap price. I picked this up off of eBay for like 15 bucks. So now I've already started, and the reason why I started without filming is because it was simple shit like disconnecting the battery. Before you disconnect the battery, pull the fuel pump fuse out and start your car and just let it die. That way it gets all the fuel out of the lines. So when you pull the lines out, it doesn't spray everywhere. But yeah, me and Brian are about to get started on this. He's starting to take the plate out. A lot of people think you have to pull the gas tank, but a majority of newer cars, not all of them, but a majority of them have a little plate in here that you can just remove and pull the fuel pump out of the top. So that's what we're doing right now. I'll bring the camera up close so you can see. So if you look in there, see Bryant removing the nuts that are on it, and then we're gonna pop it open and pull the fuel pump out. I'll show you what it looks like here in a minute. Alright, so as you can see, we're in the middle of, after you get the plate off, there is a few sensors that you gotta take off, which are these. Those are easy, just little clips. They clip into these. And now we're trying to get the lines off. We got one off. These clips are a little bit difficult. So right now is what we're working on. And this is why you have to pull the fuel pump fuse. That way you don't get gas spraying everywhere. Alright, so basically now that we got these off, all three lines, and the clips off, now this thing needs to spin counterclockwise to pull up. In order to do that, there is a little clip. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to show you guys, hopefully, but if you look down in here, right there, you guys can see it. That clip is holding it in place, so you're going to have to put a screwdriver in between there, pull it, and then what we're going to do is hit this or the clips, either way, down here or right here, to spin it so it'll come loose. So we're gonna knock that out. Alright, so we got the fuel pump hanger out, and now everything that came with this is what we're gonna change in this. So yeah, let's get to it. That goes right here, and then this is the main thing that needs to be changed. So basically what you're going to do is pop it out right here. Alright, so we got this thing out. Basically there's a little clip that goes in there like that locks it in place. Pull that out, and then we sat there for like 5 minutes trying to figure it out, but I just stuck a screwdriver in there and just pried it down. So it came out, but we got the new one in. You have to take out the clip. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but inside here, this one's pretty easy. It's just 2 side clips, pop it out, and then pop the new side in, and then now I need to grab this clip that's in here. And then pop it in so it locks it in place. There we go. That's all done. Now I just need to put this in. So now that's all in place. I'm gonna take this off and we can reinstall it. Alright guys, so after trying to get this lock ring on for the past, what, like hour or two, it became dark and we finally are getting it on. It's a pain in the ass. Just so you guys know, it's not fun. Alright guys, got everything done. Now the moment of truth. See what happens. Let it pump. Alright. Hey, it works and I need gas. I need gas bad. So that's how you do that. Not gonna let my car sit here and run, so I'll be back. Alright y'all, so I'm not sure how good you can see us or anything. Brian's having trouble with his stereo. Basically, obviously you guys can hear it. You turn it up, it cuts out. We're not sure if it's the and it doesn't come back on until you turn it off and on. But we're not sure if it's the actual radio itself or like a bad wire or something. So we're gonna try to mess with that.
So I know which wire went to what. I could either, pull them out.
You can look it up.
Alright then. I don't know.
Alright, so
it's alright if you love. It's alright if you don't. I'm not afraid of.
But yeah, so we got it done. Basically what it was is one of the speakers was fucked. It was the rear passenger, right side, I guess you could say. Every time it's plugged in, it just shorts everything out. So it's something to do with that speaker or the wiring. But until then, you ready for this? Breakdown. The speaker's breaking down.
Damn.
Breakdown.
I don't have it, bro.
Alright, so basically that was an easy fix. Easier than my fucking car. That thing was horrible. The other thing we gotta do with this car is look around at it. He said something about when you give it gas, it basically just wants to bog down and die. It doesn't do it every time, it just does it every once in a while. So
it's also like a jerking, like it'll jerk once in a while too, like when it's doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like when you, that's why I don't know, I'm kind of thinking it's got to do something with the coil packs or the spark plugs.
Possible.
But I don't know with it being,
because yeah, well, that's what it sounds like. I mean, it sounds like it's not igniting the fuel.
Yeah.
So it's probably something to do with spark. We're gonna have to mess with that. If you want, I got a spark plug wrench. We can pop that out.
Yeah, we check it out.
Might be one of the gaps are closed.
That could be it too.
All right, hold up.
God damn it.
I turned the camera on at the right time for that. Oh yeah, by the way, that song on the radio, it was Tom Petty. It was called, and the Heartbreakers. It was called Breakdown. I think it's called Breakdown. But anyways, a little history on Tom Petty. Well, not history, but a little fact about him is he played Lucky in King of the Hill. Just so you guys know. R.I.P. Tom Petty, you will be missed. But now, let's watch Bryant struggle getting these coil packs off.
Man, this one doesn't want to fucking do it.
They on there good?
This one is. So we'll do it like this.
I mean, you just can't be a bitch, bro.
Not all my life.
Why didn't you just get a socket wrench?
Because it didn't work. God, I just got done telling you that.
Dang, bro.
Look at it.
Why you gotta yell?
It don't work.
Don't work, but that fat ass wrench will fit on there. Alright, we've already checked the first three, and they're alright. Or, this will be third. But, yeah. See how it's a little white? But, they're not too bad. I still would recommend just getting new spark plugs.
Yeah. What's that?
What the fuck is
Is
that?
that my fucking thermostat?
It looks like it. Did they change it? No, it's a light bulb. Where the fuck did this come from? What are you doing, bro?
I guess I'm losing light bulbs and shit in here. How the hell did that fucking come?
Oh no, you better ask your whoever you bought this from.
Where it came from? Yeah, it makes me want to check and see if my
Just found this.
I don't think it's any of the headlights.
Still looks good.
It is a headlight. Headlights here. But they're both there, so
They're both there.
yeah. But it's a headlight. It's one of those headlights. It looks exactly like it.
Well, just keep it. Right.
That's a weird spot. I thought it was my thermostat the way it was sitting up. What else am I gonna find in this week?
Bro, you think that's weird? Okay, so I had a, what was it, 2003 Mitsubishi Lancer, right? And this was like one of my first, actual tuner cars that I liked. And basically the reason why I got it is because I like the Evo. But, what are you losing over there, bro? But, I ended up getting this car, and I had it for like 2 years, something like that. And about almost the 2-year mark, my transmission, which was a manual, started messing up on me a little bit. Like, it wasn't like jumping or anything like that, or anything horrible. It was just like a rattling sound, and I'm assuming it was, my throwout bearing or something like that. So I took it in, and I, had a guy look at it who I will not name. I do not discredit anybody on YouTube. But this guy who had this shop, which is now closed, I went in there and told him, hey, my clutch is slipping a little bit, and my transmission's making like a rattling noise. He's like, all right, we'll look at it, blah, blah, blah. It'll be about $1,000. I'm like, great, replace my clutch and, mess with the transmission. And he's like, yeah. So he said he was gonna put new bearings in it and something else. I don't remember. But a week goes by. I hit him up still. Oh, I had to send the transmission out. I don't do transmission work. Oh, great. You should have told me that, before. But he said his guy's got it and he's working on it right now. So I said, okay. I wait another week. Call him. Still not done. Wait another week. Call him. Still not done. Finally, after a month of him having my car, I just got irritated and decided to, just go up there. And I go up there, I'm like, look, man, where is my car? It's been a month and you still have not done anything to it. And he told me, oh, I'll have it tomorrow, just stop by tomorrow. So I did. Next day I go over there and he has my car. He's like, yeah, everything's good, everything's put back together, blah, 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 no more rattle. I'm like, okay, cool. So I go to take off, and when I take off, my clutch is slipping. So I turn right back around, go in there, and I'm like, hey man, I told you to replace my clutch too. And he's like, no you didn't. And I'm like, yes I did. And needless to say, I kind of flipped out on him and, cussed him out, all that good stuff. And he cussed me out, whatever. I went from there to my buddy Andy's house because his brother messed with cars a little bit. And I was like, hey, can you take a look at this? Blah, blah, blah. And first thing, he pops the hood and he just starts dying laughing. I'm in the car and I'm like, what? He's like, come here. He's like, I found your problem. I'm like, what's that? He reaches in and pulls out a half-eaten piece of pizza that was sitting on top of my transmission. And I'm like, really? This guy really just did not care. So I just thought it was a funny story. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. I don't know. But look at this, Bryant's done. Alright, y'all. I know it's probably dark. This lighting in here sucks. But that's actually another thing I'm going to be doing here soon, before winter. Because, like I said, I want to build the engine for that and get that situated. And it'll be in here the whole time. So, with that being said, I'm going to put some fluorescent light bulbs along the roof. I actually watched Taylor Ray. I don't know if you guys are subscribed to him or anything, but he did it, and he did it with probably like 40-50 bucks, so it's actually fairly cheap. And it lit his garage up. It lit it way up. But yeah, so you saw everything we got done today. He finished up, his radio and checking his sparks. I put the fuel sending unit, or whatever you want to call it, fuel gauge unit, I don't know. But that was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, I guess like, share, subscribe, all that, and next time. Peace.
See you, YouTube.